The psychological damage of colonialism was as deep as the economic exploitation. The borders drawn during the scramble have caused decades of conflict. Ethnic groups that once lived together were split apart. Rival groups that had historically fought were forced into the same colony. When African nations gained independence in the mid-20th century, they inherited these colonial borders. Leaders faced the choice: redraw the borders or keep them. Most chose to keep them, fearing that changing borders would. The scramble laid the foundation for Africa's economic struggles. Colonial economies were designed to extract resources for Europe, not to develop Africa itself. Railways ran from mines to ports, not between African cities. Education systems trained Africans to be clerks and laborers, not engineers and entrepreneurs. Industries were banned to prevent competition with European manufacturers. When African nations gained independence, they inherited economies dependent on exporting raw materials. This dependency continues today. Colonial powers often used the strategy of divide and rule. They favored certain ethnic groups over others, creating hierarchies and resentments. In Rwanda, Belgian colonizers classified people as Hutu or Tutsi based on pseudoscientific criteria. This division contributed to the 1994 genocide. In Nigeria, British colonizers governed the North and South differently, fostering regional tensions that persist. Across Africa, ethnic conflicts rooted in colonial manipulation continue to destabilize nations. Perhaps the deepest legacy of the scramble is psychological. Generations of Africans were taught that their cultures, languages, and histories were inferior. Colonial education systems glorified European civilization while erasing African achievements. Even today, many African countries use European languages as official languages. Western standards of beauty, success, and progress are often seen as superior. Overcoming this internalized oppression remains one of Africa's greatest challenges. But the scramble also planted the seeds of resistance. African intellectuals, inspired by anti-colonial movements around the world, began organizing for independence. Pan-Africanism, a movement promoting unity among African peoples, emerged in response to colonialism. Leaders like Kwame Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, and Julius Nyerere drew inspiration from the resistance of figures like Samurai Ture